Episode 107, the second anniversary show. Today is the second birthday and or second anniversary of Mike Murphy Unplugged. So cheers to me and to you for listening week after week and for all of your support. And you are listening to episode number 107 of Mike Murphy Unplugged. Learn, create, move forward. I am your host, Mike Murphy. I'm a one-man band. I'm a technology junkie. I love helping people figure things out, and I am really excited to be here with you today. The goal of Mike Murphy Unplugged, it's to help you learn what you need to know in order to create online content so you can move forward in business and in life. So welcome to this special anniversary edition, episode 107. Today is going to be a story time episode about the origin of this podcast and a reflection of my first 2 years as a podcaster and how it has affected my business and life. But before we jump into episode 7, let's take a look at Webster's Dictionary, the definition of birthday, the anniversary of a birth. Okay, so the definition of birthday is the anniversary of a birth. And the definition of anniversary is the yearly recurrence and celebration of a past event, such as a birthday. So I guess that confirms that I am celebrating both the birthday and anniversary of Mike Murphy Unplugged. Now that we have that cleared up, let's go. I launched this podcast, Mike Murphy Unplugged, on Friday, September 25th. 2015. New episodes are released every Friday morning with a weekly newsletter sent at 6 a.m. And if you're not getting the email newsletter every Friday, just go to mikemurphy.co/newsletter and sign up. Okay, so why did I start this podcast? The answer from today's perspective is that I wanted to help build my personal brand, which is based on teaching people things that would make their lives or business better. The answer to that question on September 25th, 2015 is that I had too much information in my head that I wanted to share with people, and a podcast was the perfect platform for me to give this a shot. Most people would not believe me if I told them how much self-education I do. From reading nerdy books, articles, and guides to watching hours of classes on lynda.com and YouTube and an array of other resources. My job managing and designing for the photography studio for 8+ years required me to learn everything, and I loved every minute of that. Accounting, business, sales, marketing, IT, networking, data backup, servers, photography, lighting, video, graphic design, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, the entire Adobe suite. If it happened in business or the creative arts, I learned enough to get by. And without realizing it, I was getting pretty good at a lot of things, but still not sure what my thing was. Flashback time. Way back when the internet first started becoming mainstream, let's say the late 90s, early 2000s or so, people were starting to read blogs and online articles. It was amazing to me. I wanted to be part of it somehow, but I did not know what I was good at or what my thing was. Yes, I have been on this quest to find my thing for as long as I can remember. Fortunately, there are many others on this same quest, so I have good company. In the early 2000s, like any cum laude English major working as a busboy does, I started a blogger website by Google, which was a free blogging platform that's still around today, and it's very similar to WordPress. I called it the Acoustic blog. I taught myself HTML and CSS and changed the design of my website nearly every day. I broke stuff. I learned how to fix things. I learned about colors and typography and how bad Internet Explorer really was and how to make 3 cents a day with Google AdSense. I wrote articles nearly every day on all that interests me. Tech news, aka Apple versus Microsoft, travel, culture, arts, design, music. I was really into it because I was writing and thinking and sharing things I thought was cool. I think only my brother and a couple of friends knew that my site existed, and I didn't care. I was just so excited by all this fun stuff that I was consuming and learning, and having my own home on the web was just way too much enjoyment for me to keep things to myself. I wrote articles on anything and everything, web resources, tools, Mac and Google tips and tricks, favorite books, new music, my favorite bloggers and blogs. Then the iPad came out, and I immediately fell in love with podcasts because all of the cool Silicon Valley tech bloggers were doing them. I could not get enough of listening and watching video podcasts with the likes of John C. Dvorak, Merlin Mann, Kevin Rose, Leo Laporte, and all of the CNET shows. I only listened to podcasts or watched tech shows that taught me useful information that I could apply to my own blog or help me create stuff on the computer. Not much has changed. For a few years, I created content nearly every day and uploaded photos to Flickr, which was the coolest photo sharing site on the planet for those who are not familiar with Flickr, which is still around, but not quite as popular as another site called Instagram. You might have heard of that. I listened to podcasts on my iPad every chance I could, and I was learning and creating and sharing my knowledge with whoever would listen because I was so passionate about all the new tech stuff and living a creative and thoughtful life. I dreamed of traveling Europe, writing articles for my blog, and taking photos, and then one day, I just stopped. I don't remember when or why. I just stopped uploading to the Acoustic blog, eventually forgot about it as life moved on. I don't really become attached to things, and I don't dwell on things for too long. But I lodged quitting this blog as a regret. And looking back, I was ahead of my time, and if I stuck with it, well, I stopped blogging, but I never stopped listening to podcasts. Podcasts about photography, Photoshop, design, tech. You know, the problem that I did not realize at the time was that I was consuming way more than I was creating. Fast forward, what does my failed blogging career have to do with this podcast? Well, everything, it turns out. One thing, let's look at the titles. The Acoustic blog and Mike Murphy Unplugged. They both make little sense to most people, but they have meaning to me. Music and audio have always been a staple in my life, and I am especially fascinated by the simplicity of acoustic music, singer-songwriter style, cafe settings with oriental rugs. No fluff. That's my comfort food. Acoustic and unplugged. It removes all the complexities and makes it really easy to understand both artistically and visually. That is how I want to teach. I try to make complicated software and tools and resources that I use and love and make them really easy to use and understand for others. And then there's the audio element of podcasting. Yeah, that was really appealing to me. Next, the real connection between my original blog and this podcast and my personal brand is realizing what my thing is that I've been chasing for what seems like most of my life. When I started my original blogger site, I was writing and learning about the same things that still excite me today. And everything I learned, I wanted to share with people who I thought would also be interested, or I thought that tidbit might help them or be valuable to them in some capacity. I'm a fixer and problem solver. I loved learning and creating and teaching, but never put it all together. The classic trees through the forest metaphor that I know so well. Moral of the story, do not overthink things if you feel stuck or not sure what to do. What I am trying to do today is exactly what I was trying to do 20 years ago, and I never realized the similarities. I like to share interesting technologies or tips and tricks that I think are helpful or provide some value, even if it's to make someone smile. That's enough. In 2015, I launched MikeMurphy.co, and all the experts told me I had to pick a niche or a specialty and have a specific target audience if I wanted any shot at success. Remember, I didn't know what I was good at or what my thing was, so it stressed me out. I thought of a million different ideas that I thought were good business ideas to try to fit in that specialty box. Video production, video editing, video branding, design for business, Photoshop work, retouching. I owned a ton of domain names. I made logos for each idea, but my gut resisted all of them. I have always marched to the beat of my own drum, which is why I use that term one-man band in my branding. And I was not about to do things just because the online gurus said that's the way it had to be done. I would figure out how to do my thing my way. In the late summer of 2015, I had a free coaching session with a woman who in less than 5 minutes had me realizing how much I loved my early blogging days of writing and creating and sharing tips and tricks about technology. I realized that I had been listening to podcasts since the very beginning, and that would be a perfect medium for an introvert with a head full of ideas about tech and creativity. The thought of learning how to record and edit audio that I could do from anywhere was really appealing to me. So in less than 30 days, I started Mike Murphy Unplugged to teach and inspire people to create the life and business they want. My only plan was to use my journey as the guinea pig to document me and to share the tools and resources and processes that were helping me or that I found too interesting not to share. I did not seek permission or approval from anyone to start my podcast. I just wanted a platform to create content that I knew would help me figure out how to start and run my own business and allow me to teach and inspire and motivate others, which has always felt really good to me. So tying it all together, while I have been chasing my thing or my calling or my passion or whatever word of the day you want to call it, starting this podcast helped me understand that learning new skills, creating content, and moving forward in business and in life is why I started the Acoustic blog and why I started my personal brand and podcast 2 years ago. I am picking up where I left off many years ago. I started this podcast to start something bigger and to push me, but I also started it for the same reason I started the Acoustic blog, to do what I love and share it with others to educate them or simply inspire or motivate someone to take a chance on themselves. How has this past 2 years as a podcaster affected me? Well, 2 years is not a long time to build your dream or create the life you want, but it can feel like a long time, especially if you are struggling financially or you're not getting the big download numbers or the likes, the followers, or the sponsors. It's why most people pod fade or just quit. My first 2 years of podcasting has made a big impact on me. I have learned a lot about myself. I've also improved my tech and my creative skills exponentially, which is really important to me. I create daily content to get better at everything: video production, editing, audio, teaching. The last 2 years as a podcaster and content creators has not always been easy. It's been a ton of hard work, but in my head, I am just getting started. I am in training and building the foundation for something much greater. I know I will achieve that original dream I had 20 plus years ago, and when I knew that I wanted to be a player in the online space but didn't know what my thing was, it's now become a lot clearer, and podcasting has really helped me see that. My thing is creating content that teaches and inspires people. That is why I started Mike Murphy Unplugged podcast and Mike Murphy LLC 2 years ago. I will continue making new episodes and daily content for as long as it takes. I am not following any rules of podcasting or content creation but my own. I might change things up from time to time, but I will always create content with good intentions. So happy second birthday or happy second anniversary to both of us. Thanks for taking the ride with me. I started this show 2 years ago from somewhat selfish reasons to kickstart my personal brand and to have a platform to teach, but now I show up week after week for me and for you, the listeners and my supporters and people who just believe in me and want to help me succeed. So happy second, and here's to many more. I thank you for joining me today. I hope you join my one-man band, and together we can learn, create, and move forward. Cheers.